Hello, I am Marco, a language teacher and researcher. In my last appeal, I explained why Spanish language is endangered. Now I will explain how to save Spanish language. So, as I already explained in the last appeal, language is related to power, power to language. I don't like that, but that is what has happened in the history. Okay, so nowadays we have some global spheres of powers, some global influential spheres. We have the Western world, we have China, Russia, the Arabic world, and their own languages. I already argued in the last appeal that the Spanish language is not the main option in any global sphere, and even if we consider a Hispanic sphere with Latin America, Spain, Equatorial Guinea, and so on, people there learn English if they want to promote their careers. Okay, so actually it's the second language. I have during the last 5 years, something like that, some scholars, some researchers, they have focused a lot on Spanish language as a complementary language to English, as the strategy to follow. Honestly, for me, that's a very bad strategy because history shows us that when two languages live together in the same territory or in the same global sphere or power sphere, the second language tends to decrease and to be lost over the time. That's what happened with the Aragonese language and with many other languages all over the world. So I think that's a bad strategy. Okay, Marco, that's a bad strategy. So what can we do? Let's see my proposal. Well, Spanish language is nowadays the first language among working class people in the Western societies. Latin people in the USA, they are the working class people. They do the works American people don't want to do. And even in the Latin countries, these Latin people, they produce products for the rest of the Western world. So it's the first language in the working class people. If we watch Netflix series, we can see a lot of elements of that. Here we have The Machinist of Snowpiercer, one of the Netflix series that is actually very interesting because it's a train with different social classes, and you will find the Hispanic people as the machinist or in the lower class people in the last wagons. We go to Narcos, it's even more clear. And I think that the future of the Spanish language is these working class people. I think the good politics around Spanish language must promote these Spanish people, these Spanish-speaking people, working class people, to be proud of their language, to relate their economic condition to their language. If they feel that speaking Spanish, they can promote their careers. They don't need to learn English to promote their careers. If they make Spanish an identity element, then Spanish has a brilliant future. And even if we focus on some particular people among these Latin societies that have reached brilliant careers and good positions, like here we have two examples, two American politicians, Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez and Ted Cruz, it's important that these people reaching high standards, they are also proud of Spanish language, and they promote Spanish language not as a folk element, not like, hey, I'm Latin, I speak Spanish, I know how to say hola, and that's all. No. But it's important for them, for the Spanish language, that these kind of people also say and promote an idea, or you can promote your career, you can get as high as you want speaking English. You don't need to learn, speaking Spanish. You don't need to learn English to get that position. So that's the important thing. We need to relate Spanish to working class people, to make working class people proud of Spanish, and these Latin people getting high positions, being proud of Spanish, and also giving the idea that you can reach anywhere, anything, just speaking Spanish, or at least with Spanish language. Unfortunately, nowadays, the politics of the institutions that promote Spanish language all over the world, like different embassies or in general Instituto Cervantes, probably the most important institution for the promotion of Spanish language, they focus on the elites, on cultural aspects or different activities made for the cultural and economic elites. So they promote poetry, events like this one that is actually happening today in Hanoi with a very, very good poet, Inmaculada Garcia Aro, or promoting some seminars and studies around the classical Spanish authors, like here we have Cervantes. Okay, I don't want to criticize this. These people are my friends. I really admire their work, but at the same time, I must say that that's not massive and that's not appealing for the whole of for the global population. Okay, so I'm not saying that this is bad. I'm saying that Spanish politics and policies must focus on a broader scope. And actually, in the last 15, 20 years, the main events and the main facts for the Spanish language are Gasolina song, Despacito, and football, especially Lionel Messi. And that's what these institutions need to take care and need to promote and need to show to make Spanish language more appealing and more attractive for the global population. Be careful, it's not just like, hey, we are gonna do a bit the clown and funny activity about Latin music. No, actually Latin music is a very, very interesting topic to study and to promote in very different senses, okay? I have no time to show it here, but it's not just let's make the clown. No, we can be serious about that, and at the same time, these things are more appealing, and finally, they are related to the working class people, because reggaeton, for instance, or Latin music, was born among working class people in the Latin societies. Football is more appealing to working class people, for elites. So this is a relation between working class people and these cultural manifestations that are the real trendy Hispanic cultural manifestation all over the world, and not just poetry or the Hispanic historical authors. So, in short, to save the Spanish language, we cannot consider it the second option in any global sphere. It must be the first option. And actually, it is the first option of the working class people in the Western society nowadays. We must take advantage of that, and then we must take advantage of their cultural manifestation in order to promote and to make Spanish language attractive to the rest of the people.